Hey crafters, this is Nye here. So today what we are going to do is we are going to assemble our seashell basket. Now you can see my template here that I first made. This is the end result that we are going for. And so this is what we want our final product to look like, or something along these lines. And as you can see, I've already gone ahead and I've cut out all of my pieces. This is a really easy design to cut. It really only required 2 sheets of cardstock, the base, and then obviously the accessory pieces for the shell, and then our basket handle, which is a starfish handle. You can see like these are starfishes. All right. And so what you could do though is you could go ahead and cut out the accessory pieces like the outline of the seashell and the handle with a glitter cardstock, or maybe something with a pattern, or you could have used the backdrop of the seashell as the pattern. Like, lots of possibilities here for you to bring this design to life. All right, so I've got my pieces cut out. I'm going to be using my bone folder for making my score lines crisp, and I've got my art glitter glue that I'm going to use for all of my gluing. And I also have some adhesive gems here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add them onto the basket to kind of give it a little bit more of a pop. If you're using more of a pattern cardstock with any of yours, you might not necessarily need to add gems because the pattern will give it enough of a look. But if you're using plain cardstock like I am, you might want to just add a little bit of extra to make it pop more. All right, so let's get started. So I'm going to move these 2 pieces right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to look for the score lines. So I've got my score lines facing up so you can see. And all we're going to do is we're going to fold right on those score lines. Use our bone folder to fold them down and make them crisp. All right, so we're going to do this for all of the score lines here that you can see. We just kind of want to make them pronounced, and so it's easier to fold here. So I'm going to do this side here, and then I've got these 2 on the sides for the tab, and then one more here, and then this part of the shell as well. All right, so once you have those going, then I'm going to fold mine the other way, so that way my score lines are facing out. And I'm going to fold my tabs so that way those are facing in this way. And now we're ready to glue, okay? So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add glue here to the tab. And you really are not going to need a whole lot of glue. A little bit will go a long way. And I'm going to press this and hold it right here and give it a chance to bond. Same thing here on this side, just giving it a chance to bond. Now you'll notice too that there's no score line here to kind of help guide you and make sure that you're making a 90-degree angle for the box, so that way it's upright. Otherwise you could actually end up kind of making this go on a diagonal or too far out. So you're just gonna have to kind of eyeball it on your end to make sure that you're getting it right, okay? And now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side here. Once you've got one side down, the other side will be easy. You won't have to worry as much. All right, so I just added the glue there, and then I'm just going to press it this way, and you might need to get in there and hold it. And there we go, okay? And then, yeah, you do kind of want to hold it just to make sure that you're giving everything a chance to dry, okay? And once you have it, there you go. That's pretty much it. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add our pieces, or our pieces of the shell here. Now, when you go to add this piece, you do want to make sure that you take a moment to line it up before you add the glue, because I'm pretty sure that if you do it both ways, you can see it doesn't line up correctly. So you want to make sure that you've got the orientation going the right way before you add your glue. Once you have it, then just go ahead and add glue to the back side there. And a little bit of glue is going to go a long way. You do want to make sure you're going all the way around Getting all of these pieces here because it's such a fine outline for the shell. You don't want to have any pieces of it coming up at all. All right, so you want to make sure that you're getting all of the pieces here of the shell. And when you go to put it down, again, just kind of do what I'm doing and just take a moment and line it up before you press it down, because once you press it down, you won't be able to move it around as much. All right, so there we go. That's the one side. And if you have any glue seeping, it's not a big deal. You can just wipe it away with a paper towel, or you can leave it. If you're using art glitter glue like I am, it'll dry clear and it's not a big deal at all. All right, so let's do the other side. Again, check the orientation. Make sure that you line it up. If it's going the wrong way, you'll be able to tell because you'll see that it won't line up here at the top, okay? So just double check, make sure you've got it correct, and then you can add your glue to the back. And again, just making sure that you're getting all of the outline of the shell. And once you have it, you can go ahead and just line it up and press it down. All right, so there we go. And then you just press it down and you'll be good to go. All right. Okay, so now this will be the point where if you want, if you're using plain cardstock like I am, or even if you're using pattern and you still want to have like some kind of embellishments, you could go ahead and add your embellishments now. So mine, I just decided to do like these solid gemstones here, and I'm going to use different sizes, and I'm going to keep everything here with odd numbers because odd numbers, everything goes better with odd numbers when it kind of stands alone. And I probably should use my tweezers for this small one. And all I'm doing is I'm just kind of lining it up right there. And I'm going to use the smaller ones here on this part here. And it just adds something fun to it for when it's going to be like sitting on a table. All right, I'm going to do the same thing now to the opposite side. And that one came up right there all on its own. And just a couple more here. So mine are, they're adhesive, which means that they already have the stickiness on the back. It's just a little tiny sheet that I picked up at my local store. And so I don't have to add any glue to the back of it myself. But if yours are not adhesive, then a little dab of glue, maybe gem tack or something, would help to keep yours down. All right, so I'm going to put this one here and then add this one here to this side. And it just kind of adds something more to it, gives it a little bit of a sparkle. All right, so this is actually where I'm going to stop with mine because I kind of want to save this one. But if you want to go ahead and add the handle, you absolutely can. And so we're just going to take the starfish handle, and what you want to do is you're going to add glue to the back of the one starfish here, and then you can decide if you want to put it on the outside here like this, or if you wanted to put it on the inside so it's a little bit more hidden. And then you would do the one side there, and then you're gonna do it again on the other side. Now, I kind of like the box or the basket by itself just like this without the handle. But this one I did add the handle, and so you can see. So it's a personal choice whether or not you want to add the handle or if you want to just leave it without, okay? So if you want to add the handle, it's very easy. Just add the glue there. You can see it like here. That's where I did it. And I had taken it off because I couldn't decide at the time. Or you could just leave it plain, okay? So I'm gonna leave one with the handle and one without. All right, so I hope you guys enjoy this craft. It's quick, it's easy to assemble, and be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and have fun crafting.